every policeman cannot be in every area, in every square inch, every square foot, every square yard of St. Lucia. We have less policemen than we have people. Policemen cannot be in every nook and cranny. However, I think a suggestion is this. If you have a snake, a serpent, and you want to kill that serpent, how would you kill it? The quickest way to kill it.
From the head?
Right. So I think the police should go to the heads of those gangs and groups and so. Because many times, once you take away the head, the body runs away, The body then does not continue most times. Because most times they are followers and not leaders. So we need to go to the heads of those problems. The police cannot be everywhere. I will not blame the police. I will not even blame government. Because if we have to look at it, we have to blame ourselves. We have to blame ourselves because of poor homes. When I say poor, I don't mean PWR. But I mean the persons are not poor, but in the upbringing of children, it was poorly done. And it could be, you could be a rich person, but you bring up your child in a poor way. Yeah. So, Timothy, I think we should go for it like that. Go to the heads of those problems. And I am sure the police will be able to take it down. Another thing, Timothy, sometimes we say, let us emulate big sportsmen and big persons and so. Sometimes these people have terrible attitudes.
Mm-hmm.
They seem nice because they get in the medals and they get in the gold medals, but sometimes
they're putting on some kind of front.
Timothy. So we have to teach those children to choose persons who have good characters. It's not just getting a medal, Timothy. You can get the medal in the world and you're not nice. Your whole demeanor is terrible, So I think we have to look a little deeper when we speak to young people. Don't just look at people for what they have acquired, but how do they treat each other?
Later.
You just had a call a while ago where a woman said to you, Sam, when are the best way to kill a snake? And the best way to kill a snake, you were very slow in telling her to take away the head. And she fully agreed with you. In other words, you were in tune with her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who is the head of St. Lucia?
The government? Philip J. Pierre, your good friend.
Pardon me?
Philip J. Pierre, he's the Prime Minister of St. Lucia.
Who is the head of our security forces?
The
Commander-in-Chief.
Yeah, the Police Commissioner, Lucy
No.
Descott. Huh?
The government has responsibility for our security, and the police work for the government.
The National Security Minister.
Well, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Good. That woman. How many people died? How many people died this week?
About 3 people.
3?
3 to 4.
I thought I heard Montut saying this.
About 4 in the last few days. About 4 people.
I think Montut was talking about the weekend up to now. I think he said 6. But 5, 6, or 4 is horrific. No.
Yeah.
The record kept getting broken in the Independence Day one is broken already, right?
Yes.
Did I miss something? Did that woman even talk about those people and the people who are supposed to be protecting lives in this country? Did she?
She didn't.
She did not. And then she goes further. Tim, I don't think you should blame the police because the police can't be everywhere at the same time. Who the hell ever said police are supposed to be everywhere at the same time? Whoever said that? We would like them to be some places, some of the time, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
So that there's a word for it. It eludes me at the moment. It's hypocrisy, actually, but I have a stronger word. And I think that woman is making those calls with malicious intent because she finds nothing wrong, always offering novenas. I have an image of that woman, physical image, but I won't say it today. We mustn't blame the government. That's right. She told you that. And you just casually sat there, my friend, and you allowed her to tell you, we can't blame the government, when you know as well as I do that a report has blamed the government. And I'm not talking about the particular government, has blamed the government for having within its ranks facilitators of crime in St. Lucia. Am I right or wrong?
You're correct.
But no, we must not put the blame on the police, even though reports say the police are involved in criminality in this country. You know, there's a saying, I think it's James Baldwin who said it. You can gauge the people of a country by those they elect to represent them. But this damn woman is telling you now, well, you know, no, don't blame the police, don't blame the government. When reports tell you who the facilitators of crime are, then she goes into sport. And I think that's a power JT for me. And if it is not whoever it is thrown for, I want to defend that person. How many gold medal winners we've had in this country, Tim?
That's the first one we've added.
So there's that one calling about that don't tell children, don't emulate. When I used to do talk, I'm sure you'll recall that, I used to tell people, I don't want to be anybody's role model because you don't know my sins, and you should not have anybody as your role model generally because you don't know their sins. But you can admire Usain Bolt for his athletic prowess. You can follow how he trains. You don't need to know what he does in his bedroom. And you are in no damn position anyway to talk about who is nice and who is of good character when in your behind your dark curtain there, you're probably the worst whore in the world, you know? So I don't know who she is. I don't think you know either. But there she is casting judgment on people who have done well in sport. You cannot do well in sport without discipline. And you can't rise to gold medal status without extreme discipline. These are the facts. And if she knew anything she was talking about, she'd bear that in mind. So we must only have nice person. And that, I have no doubt, that person who went to a university person or whoever it is, because it can't be me, because I ain't no university guy. But even if it were me, well, I don't think it was anybody. The story is so lousy, anybody from any bush could make it up. That she knew a woman, and the woman wanted to study, and she went to a person from the university, and the way the man talked to her, that's garbage, and I think she's lying. I think she's making up those stories. The one is on a theme. On a theme. Nobody is wrong. She doesn't comment on anything that's actually happening. Always kind of make-believe stuff. And I will take her on every time she comes up with this stuff. And she may not have been referring to me, but she might as well have been referring to me because I fit into the category she's talking about. Super athlete, smart guy, disciplined as hell. That's what I am. And my morality has nothing to do with her. My morality is my own. I'm not a priest. Go and quarrel with your priest who fornicate with little boys and everybody else. Talk about that.
Timothy, the program that you normally have between, is it 12:30 to 2 o'clock?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What is it really for?
Well, to discuss issues in the news, if you have any concern, if you want to highlight something, that's what
so
the program
everybody
has
may
been
have
for.
a different way of thinking.
Yeah.
And so persons may differ with their thoughts, and so persons can say that they differ with their thoughts. Is it a program that you have to be castigated, ridiculed, mocked, insulted, and you get away with it?
Well, it could be a situation where things can get heated from time to time.
Mm-hmm. And so what role do you play in that now?
What roles? From time to time?
When you notice that one caller may abuse, ridicule, mock, insult, abuse verbally, what is your role in it?
Well, I mean, it's various. People have various interpretations to somebody's contribution. Somebody could be very passionate on a particular issue, and we might deem it to be insultive. It might not be that case.
But if they are insultive,
but who am I to determine whether they're insultive or not?
If they are blatantly insultive.
So you determined that somebody was blatantly insultive?
Okay, I'm coming to that, Tim. 2 days ago, Tim, I called, and I made a comment about policing. I made a comment about the government, that I don't blame them. I made a comment about how we choose persons to be our role models. I said it in general. I did not think of anybody in particular. But another caller, which is Rick Wayne, he answered. And Rick Wayne used his tongue. And Rick Wayne was able to go down in the gutter. And he went down there in the gutter. And he stayed there. Tim, you said absolutely nothing. I'll tell you things he said. He said, because I spoke like that, he ridiculed me and he mocked me the way I speak. And she said, ah, da, 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 like a bully, a child who's bullying another child. Okay. Then he went on to ridicule and he said, I can be a whore. You know what's so hot?
No, I don't think he said that directly.
He didn't say I'm a whore, but he said that I could be a whore. You know what's so hot, Tim? He didn't say I could be a vendor. He didn't say I could be probably a maid. He didn't, but he said a whore. And for some reason, nobody heard those things. They just heard him quarreling and just viewing what he wanted to say. He even went as far as saying that the example I gave, the experience of my friend from California, it was a lie. And he knows it's a lie. And he can feel my physique by the way I speak. And I listened and I said, wow. Listen to him putting himself out to show everybody the type of person that he is. He even went as far as saying that I was speaking about him. Timothy, there are billions of people in the world. There are millions of persons who are sportsmen, persons with accolades. I could have been speaking about anybody, but he preferred to say I was speaking about him. He also said, Tim, that he is going to be coming on my case. Every time I come out, he will be on my case. Timothy, who is the host of this program? You?
Colin, why are you drawing me into this? Because
no. I'm just asking you, who's the host of this program?
But you know who is the host of the
right.
program.